So HMD released a plugin called the 100-pound plugin that they claim adds weight, makes your mixes louder and denser without making it muddy. And on today, we're going to take a look at this plugin, all the ins and outs. We're going to put it on different sources, and we're going to see if it lives up to what it claims. Let's go. Hey everybody, I'm Keith. If you're new here, like button, subscribe button, notification bell to get more videos like this. Let's go. So this is the 100-pound plugin from HMD. What this plugin actually is two things, but they did it very clever. It's a clipper and there's an EQ built in it, right? And what this plugin is actually designed to do is help add weight and make your music more denser in the area where that weight lives. That's the mid-range, right? So we're actually going to go through what this plugin can do. We're going to show you some places where you can put this plugin, and then you can make the decision for yourself. Is this a plugin for you or not? So we have a very clean interface, which I like. Here on the left, we have the push gauge right here, and what you can actually do is push this up, and what this is going to do is this is going to add more signal into the plugin. And not only is it going to add more signal into the plugin, it's actually going to push and shape the EQ curve of this plugin at the same time, which helps add weight inside your mid-range. Then here on the bottom left, this is the indicator that you can click on and off that enables and disables the clipping. And when you do that, you can see that the yellow threshold disappears. So let's go over here. You have directions. Drag the yellow line to set the ceiling. This is the threshold. So depending on where you set this will actually start the actual clipping and the actual processing of the plugin. This lives inside of the output section. It's your output meter. So you'll be able to see signal come in. And as you see signal come in, you can pull the threshold down. So it is very important that you recognize that the threshold and the signal you are seeing is coming out of the output meter. You're going to see that, and what you do is you drag this down until you actually see your signal touching it, and the more you push the gauge up, it will actually push signal into the threshold, and then the clipping will start. Then at the bottom, you have your soft clipping gauge right here. You'll see your indicator, and as music is going on, you will actually see this actually start clipping and stuff. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up my EQ analyzer from Bird Time, and what this analyzer does is you'll be able to see exactly what's happening. Now, in order to use this plugin, like I've said before in the past, you need two instances of this plugin, one before the plugin you're testing and one after. Now, after you do that, the very first one, you want to make sure this is set as generator. So what this is actually doing is sending signal from the first one down through the plugin you're testing to the second one. So now if we look at the 100-pound plugin, we can actually see signal coming through the plugin. And if we open up the second EQ curve analyzer, then we can actually see what's happening with this plugin. So what I'll start doing is I will start turning up the gauge, and we can start seeing that this is shaping. We get a bell curve in the mid-range. The middle is around 700 hertz. So that's exactly where this plugin is going to add super weight at. And so now you just see that before your ears play tricks on you and stuff, you see exactly where the weight is coming from. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get rid of these plugins, and we're actually going to get rid of the 100-pound plugin, and we're actually going to play this song. So this song that I have up for you is called Do Better. It's by an artist named Khan. We have a bunch of features on it. We're going to play different portions of it. The first place where we're going to put the 100-pound plugin is we're going to put it on the mix bus. So on my mix bus, I have everything in my chain still there, right? Except my final limiter. So what I'll do is we will engage, we'll play it without it, and then we'll engage it. So I'll play a little bit of the hook, and we can just go back and forth, and I'll just start dialing this in so you can hear for yourself how this works in a mix bus. Here we go. So as you can hear on this actual mix bus, you will be able to hear a lot that's taking place in the mid-range. And a little bit goes a long way. Like you can get up to 20 dB of mid-range action and EQ actually taking place. I actually would like to pull up Supervision, which is a stock plugin in Cubase, but you know, this is how I read my loudness and stuff. So we'll engage and disengage it, and let's take a look at the true peak of what's actually going on with this. So we'll play it with it off, and then we will engage it. That's exactly what I thought. Even when this plugin is engaged, and no matter how much of it you actually push into the plugin, your true peak stays the same. So the next place we're going to go is we're going to go to the drum section. All right. So I'm gonna just solo the drum section, hit play, and then what we'll do is we'll add this on the drum section as a parallel insert. So not directly on the drum bus, but we're going to just run a parallel bus simultaneously with the drum bus with the 100-pound plugin on, and we're going to hear how that sounds. Turn it on. Wait a minute. All right, so I like this on a parallel drum bus because I feel like when it comes to drums in a lot of songs, especially if you're dealing with songs that have a lot of tracks and a lot of mid information, a lot of mid instruments in there, synths, keys, then you got your background vocals, then your lead vocals going on, and then you have like 70 tracks or so. The mid-range is a very hairy place, but this enables you to even add some more mid-range to like the middle tones of your snares and getting into your hats and whatever percussion you have. Like the kick drum, we're all going to get the kick drum right first, or the snare drum right first to second, right? But then everything else after the track is kind of put together, like this really pushes it up. I honestly want to actually add I actually want to just put a filter on it. I want to filter this thing like all the way up into like 700, and then let's play it as well. So that's what. Wow, I'm starting to use this thing as like a saturation. Yeah, but this is just that on a parallel drum bus so y'all can get the idea of what it does. I actually like it there, but let's go somewhere else with it. So in my testing of this plugin, actually messing around with it in different places, everybody's going to put the clipper, you know, in the normal places that you will put a clipper on, your drum bus, 808s, bass, and, you know, your mix bus and stuff. But this is actually one of the verbs that I have going on in this song, and what I want to do is put this on a reverb, on an effects track. And why would I do that? Sometimes, honestly, with some of these reverbs and some of these effects plugins and stuff, sometimes it's easier to shape the actual sound or have the sound of a plugin like this stand out more in a mix. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is an everyday occurrence, but in my testing of it, I put it on there and I want to show y'all what it sounds like. So here we go. Now, I don't know if y'all could hear what I heard, but this thing absolutely makes that reverb jump out. Now, granted, this isn't really how I would use stuff, but every once in a while, I do whatever the heck I want to do. And I'll just throw a crazy plug-in in the place you wouldn't expect it, and whoop, there it is. So the last place I want to show you this plugin on is vocals. So we're going to put this on one of the verses, and we're going to play with it, and we're actually going to hear exactly what it does to some vocals.
Been at the bottom on E, trying to make a way through the beats. Work till you bleed, snakes in the grass, no peace. I've been trying to find a way to release now. What's it gonna be? I've been by myself, I'm not lonely. I put my pen to work, I've been hungry. I made my soul decision, I called Tony. 2025 to take over, I'm on it. Been at the bottom on E, trying to make a way through the beats. Work till you bleed, snakes in the grass, no peace. I've been trying to find a way to release now. What's it gonna be? I've been by myself, I'm not lonely. I put my pen to work, I've been hungry. I made my soul decision, I called Tony. 2025 to take over, I'm on it. Been at the bottom on E, trying to make a way through the beats. Work till you bleed, snakes in the grass, no peace. I've been trying to find a way to release now. What's it gonna be? I've been by myself, I'm not lonely. I put my pen to work, I've been hungry. I made my soul decision, I called Tony. 2025 to take over, I'm on it. Been at the bottom on E, trying to make a way through the beats. Work till you bleed, snakes in the grass, no peace. I've been trying to find a way to release now. What's it gonna be? I've been by myself, I'm not lonely. I put my pen to work, I've been hungry. I made my soul decision, I called Tony. 2025 to take over, I'm on it. Been at the bottom on E, trying to make a way through the beats. Work till you bleed, snakes in the grass, no peace. I've been trying to find a way to release now. What's it gonna be? I've been by myself, I'm not lonely. I put my pen to work, I've been hungry. I made my soul decision, I called Tony. 2025 to take over, I'm on it.
Wow, so what I really do like about this plugin, even if you push it to a point of distortion, this really does become into a really nice sounding distortion and saturation plugin. And I know that wasn't the intent. However, Devvon, so what are my thoughts about this plugin? I love simple plugins. I love plugins that have less knobs because they're a little more precise and they at the thing that they're designed to do. And I am a stickler on things about the mid-range. I talk to a lot of my colleagues and friends often that I feel like nowadays people just scoop everything out of the mid-range. And some of the music I hear sounds good, but I can't feel it. And a plugin like this helps you add that weight back in. I really do like this plugin, especially on the parallel drums and even me going crazy putting it on an effects track. That's really where I liked this plugin. And I like the fact that the distortion of it, it does get crazy if you really push it. However, like if you wanted a plugin that could add distortion but not necessarily jump your levels up and your gain, this is a nice plugin to kind of play around with. So I don't have any problems with this plugin or any cons with this plugin. I do have a suggestion though, like version 2 or update, is if there's a way in the updated version, if we could engage the push knob and the threshold at the same time. So when you push, both of them move. So if you turn it up, you know. But that's about it. Other than that, this is a dope plugin. I want you to go take a look at it for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Click the link in the description if you want to check this plugin out. It is released today, so go check it out for yourself. Let me know if you use this plugin or if you like clippers or what video you would like to see with this plugin going against another clipper that you might think about using. Yep, but that's all I have for today. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.